Verse 3, let's go. Okay, dealership culture. Just real quick, we have a culture at our dealership, right, Jacob?
Yes, sir.
And the number one thing in our dealership culture is what, Jacob?
Winning.
What does winning mean to you? How important is winning to you?
On the board.
Okay, getting cars on the board. How important is winning to you, Jacob?
It's everything.
Okay, so if you're on top of the board and you beat everybody and you're the number one guy, the number one grows, the number one units, and everybody's going, give Jacob a hand. Come on, like he won. Let's go. How does that feel?
Pretty good.
Okay, so you like winning. Okay, feels good?
Yeah.
Is it super important to you?
Yeah.
Okay, it's important to all of us. And if you say, oh, I don't care about winning, you're in the wrong business, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you right now. You're in the wrong business because you should care about winning. You should care about being number one. You should care about being the best. True or false?
True.
No matter what you do in life, you want to be the best, right? We've heard it all our lives. Oh, if you're a trash guy, be the best trash guy. Right? Heard it all my life. But it's true. Be the best, no matter what. Okay, number two thing in our culture. So we're all in agreement that we want to win, right, Hillary? So even if I'm in BDC, I'm in service, I'm a salesperson, it's important for me to win. I want to make the most phone calls. I want to make the most appointments. I want to have the best show rate. I want to have the best sold rate. I want to sell more cars than anybody. I want to walk in and feel good. Winning for me has been super important all my life. All my life. When I became number one dealership in Austin at Capital Chevrolet, January of 2016, 16. People were like, wow, that's amazing, Alice. They were number 5, number 1. And to the day that I walked out of the dealership, 60 months in a row, I was number 1. Never once anybody beat me. And it was super important for me to win. It meant everything. We have to win. We have to be number 1. We have to be number 1. Not, we want to be number 1. Oh, well, we'll see what the inventory looks like. Well, we'll see. And I'm talking, we went through a lot of stuff. People leaving, no cars, pandemic, all this crazy stuff. 5 years of struggles and all these things. But it was really important for us to win. We believe in winning. We know what it takes. I'm not going to come and BS. I'm not going to come and waste my time. All right, fair enough. Okay, we believe in extreme accountability. That's a big, big, big deal. So we're going to hold you accountable, guys. You're going to start seeing these managers really, really start holding you accountable. And you need to be okay with it. You can't fight it. You can't get offended. You can't ask, well, why are they doing this? We're going to hold you accountable to test drive a car. We're going to hold you accountable to push every customer to our worksheet. We're going to hold you accountable, right, Trino, to make your calls every single day. We're going to hold you accountable to make videos every single day, to do a service walk, to do a walk around, to do a soul line. Why? Because we believe in this process and we know it works. True or false?
True.
Okay. All right. Awareness. We kind of already talked about that a lot. Inspect what you expect. Okay. We're going to do that. We're going to inspect what we expect. We have expectations from you. We're going to make sure we're inspecting them all the time. We're going to spend some time with the managers today and really unpack that. And what does that look like? What does that really, really look like? How do I inspect what I expect? Or do I just say it because it sounds good? What plan do I need to put in place? So you're going to see that a lot, okay? All right, world-class service. This is huge. This is huge, huge, huge. Guys, if we don't have customers, we don't have business. If we don't have a good reputation, we're going to go out of business. So we need to take care of our customers. That's the number one thing. We got to take care of our customers. We have the red carpet, not just for show. We want to make sure that every customer knows that they're VIP, that they're very important people to us. We need to let them know that without them, we wouldn't be here. Alex recently sold a car to an attorney here, and he did such an amazing job, him in Israel, that this man has come back and literally bought 5 cars from us, total. 5 cars in a matter of a month and a half. How crazy is that? And every time he comes, he pulls me to the side and just brags about Bravo and about Alex and about Israel and about he loves my story and what we believe in and how we believe in this. He's listened to one of our meetings that said, wow, I want to come work here. If I was an attorney, I'd be there with you. I want to be a part of that. I want to win. I want to transform. I want to get better. I want to wake up in the morning with a purpose. If I wake up in the morning and it's just another day, You ever ask somebody, how you doing? Just another day. I feel sorry for you. Because it's just another day. Who wants to live just another day? I don't. I want to wake up every day. Hey, I'm waking up with a purpose. I know what God has in plan for me. And he has planned for joy, to prosper me. Good things happen. Let's go, baby. Something's good's about to happen. True or false?
True.
And I got a purpose and I got a plan. And I know what I got to do. And it doesn't matter if I get credit or if people get to see what I'm doing. It doesn't matter. I have a purpose and I need to get it done. That's what we got to do. All right, world-class service. That's huge. So we got to take care of our customers. We got to make sure that we're doing walk-arounds. We got to make sure that we're showing them the service department. We got to make sure if you're selling a new car, ladies and gentlemen, that you're going over all the features of that car. We got to do proper deliveries. You got to take at least 30 to 45 minutes showing all the features. That's a lot of technology in these cars. So you got to do a proper delivery. If you're doing the 3 C's, see your car, see your keys, see you later, that's not world-class service. If a customer comes in here, they're upside down, they got bad credit, and you're trying to punt them right away because you don't want to waste their time, that's not world-class service. If a customer's sitting at a desk with their children, and we're playing inappropriate music with cuss words over the intercom, that's not world-class service. If we're sitting here complaining about our job, where a customer may hear us, that's not world-class service. That's not world-class service. World-class service, I love to stay at the Four Seasons Hotel. It's very expensive, but the main reason why I like to stay there is because, boy, oh boy, you talk about world-class service. From the moment you step out of your car, they already know your name. Mr. Flores, welcome. We're so glad you're back. And they treat you like royalty. Why can't we do that at our dealerships? Every leader here should want that for our customers. And they do. I hope. I know I do. I know Lance does. But we got to follow through with actions. Again, we can't just talk about it. Oh, yeah, world-class service, AFLO. Yeah, world-class service. No, let's make sure that actions show it. All the time. Every day. Every time, every day, execute, expect, right? All right. So transformation, we talked about that. Planning. Guys, every single month, at the beginning of the month, you should make a calendar. And you should plan your month and do your per diem. How many cars do I need to sell per day in order to achieve my goals? Every single month. If we're not doing that, you're never going to win. A goal without a plan is just a wish. Trust me. A goal without a plan is just a wish. A goal without a plan is just a wish. People that ask, hey, how are we going to do this month? And they don't take the time to write me an email and really tell me how they're going to do it. Oh, we're going to do 200, boss. How many times do they hit 200, Lance? No. If I call a manager and say, hey, how many we're going to do? And they go, we're going to do 200. Without any plan, does that happen ever? No. The answer is no. Okay. Because there's no plan. Did you follow me? If I tell you, how many are you going to do this month? Then you go, I'm going to do 15. Sorry, Lance, that was confusing. My bad. That was me. Okay. So how many are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to do 20 cars. Okay. When was the last time you said I'm going to do 20 cars and you saw them? Not very often, right? But what about when you had a plan? What about when you said, hey, every week I got to sell 5 cars. I got to come in on Saturday with at least 3 appointments that are good appointments. I got to confirm every single appointment. I always tell people when I say, let's do this. Let's do this exercise. Israel, what's your goal this month? 20. What's your goal this month? 5 a week. What's your goal this month, sir?
Know the process like the back of my hand.
There you go. That's a goal. That's a byproduct of your goal. That's a result of your goal. That's a goal. Say that again.
Know the process like the back of my hand.
That's a goal. Make more phone calls. That's a goal. Get better on the phone. That's a goal. Learn my product better. That's a goal. Get people to like me better. That's a goal. Earn customers' trust. That's a goal. Be less negative. That's a goal. Don't bring my problems into the dealership from home. That's a goal. Listen to my managers and follow their direction and their wisdom and their guidance. That's a goal. Be more humble. That's a goal. Stay away from gossip. That's a goal. Don't allow distractions in my life. That's a goal. Follow through with what I say. That's a goal. So we talked about self-doubt. So I'm gonna check you a little bit, just once, okay? Actually, I'm gonna check you a bunch of times, but this is one of them. Do you want to know why you have self-doubt? or why we all have self-doubt? Yes, but the main reason why is because we know, if anybody knows, we know that we don't always follow through. We know that we start something and we don't finish. We know that when things get hard, we're going to quit. We know that when we don't like something, we're going to walk away because it's easier. We know that if we have a choice between the hard way or the easy way, even though it might not work, we sometimes take the easy way. True or false? We know this about ourselves. That's why you have self-doubt. But the minute that you start following through, doing the hard things, expecting yourself to do the right thing all the time, and start doing everything you're supposed to do, that self-doubt starts fading away. Because then you start believing in who? And you believe in yourself because you're doing what? And you're telling yourself the truth and you're following through with your actions. So it's psychological, it's logical, right? If I know I'm the type of person that follows through, says what I mean, means what I say, my actions show it. My actions show louder than words. When I start something, I finish it. I don't give up, and all these things that I know about myself, then I'm not going to have self-doubt anymore. It's going to dissipate. Little by little, it's going to kind of fade away because now I'm like, okay, well, I have a record that I do follow through. It's like right now. We've gone through some struggles at Bravo Auto Group. We've gone through some changes. But because I know what I've done in the past and what I can do, I'm not going to give up because I know I can do it. And I know what it takes. And I know that if I do this, and I do this, and I do that, then we're going to win. So there is no self-doubt. Even though people might say, hey, Alex, are you okay? Is it going to be okay? I heard this person left, and that person left. Is everything going to be okay? Everything's going to be fine. Because I've been there, done that. And I know I'm not going to give up. All right, perfect. All right, so planning, guys, planning is huge. So I want you to start asking yourself, write this down, am I planning properly? Am I really thinking about what my plan is? And if not, how do I do that? Get with your managers. Get with your managers. That calendar that I told you about, I can show you how to do it. We won't do it today, but I can show you how to do it. You take a calendar, a blank calendar from the month of May. Let's start doing this on May, but really, really follow through. And you count how many days there's in the month. Then you count how many days you're going to take off. Then you say, okay, there's going to be 24 selling days. I want to sell 15 cars a month. How many do I need to sell? So we go back to math, go back to high school or elementary or middle school, whatever it was. If there's 24 days and I want to sell 15 cars, how many do I need to sell per day? And it's not quite one because that would be 24 cars, right? So it's going to be less than one. So it's going to be point whatever. So point whatever will be my per diem, car per day. And in 5 days, if I take that per diem times 5, then I know in 1 week I need to sell this many. And on the first week, on that Saturday night, I'm going to have a number on that Saturday, and I'm going to know I need to be at this many cars that day. Because I want to leave here Saturday and go, okay, I'm supposed to be at 7, but I'm at 6, which means next week I got to push a little harder and get that extra unit. That's why the companies, Tesla, Amazon, AT&T, Coca-Cola, any company that's successful, they do a forecast every single month. And the reason why they do a forecast, they say, this is what our goal is. This is what we want to accomplish this month. And then they track their forecast every day. And the reason why they track their forecast, every day they set a forecast. Let's go with Amazon, great company, successful. And they say, we're going to sell this many billions of dollars. And by the 15, we're going to have this many billions, and we're going to do this. And every day they look at numbers, I'm sure, and they say, okay, this is where we're at. This is what we said we're going to at. Why do you think they do that?
But then to track the process to see how productive they're becoming.
Okay, to see the production. What else? Lakin?
To see what they need to do to accomplish that goal.
Correct. So if they're falling behind,
They'll know tomorrow I need to add this.
Exactly.
We'll be on track.
Exactly. So now I need to adjust, right? Because maybe I'm over my forecast. That means, hey, things are good. What does that tell me? I need to slow down and relax? I need to keep going. I need to keep doing what I'm doing because perhaps I go over my forecast, and that would be great, right? Because now that I go over my forecast, let's say I forecast for 15 cars, I end up at 20 because I followed through with my actions. My actions spoke louder than my words. Now next month, my goal is not going to be 15 again because I proved myself I can do 20. So in May, I'm going for 22 and a half. And I'm going to push myself a little more. I'm never going to get complacent. Make sense? So you need to plan better. You need to ask yourself, how do I plan for this every single month? So plan. Who believes that if you had a plan, you could do better? 100%. We all need to have a plan. Low needs to have a plan, not just call out numbers. This is the plan. This is the goal. Remember the goal. The goal wasn't a number. The goal was like, hey, we need to be adamant about doing lot walks every day. We need to learn our inventory better. Make sure that every salesperson knows what cars we have. We need to get really good at pushing every customer to a worksheet, regardless. That's a word of the month, right? Push every customer to a worksheet. Coach and offer with every single customer. Because I'm going to go out there and show numbers, and they're going to say, oh, Alex, thank you so much. I appreciate you. But like I told you already, Alex, I'm not ready to buy. And then I'm going to have to say, well, Mr. Customer, I understand, but in a perfect world, I understand you're not ready to buy. I understand you want to go look at the Chevy. I understand you want to go run the New York Marathon. And I understand you got to go have brain surgery. But let me ask you this. In a perfect world, if you could have it your way, what would you want these numbers to look like? What would you want that price to be? Slow down. What would you want that trade-in to be? You know, yesterday I was walking through the showroom floor and a lady, I said, ma'am, are we taking care of you? I think it was Abe's customer. She said, yeah, you are, but I'm not happy about something. I said, what's that? She said, my trade-in. I said, what about your trade-in? She said, they're not giving me enough. And I said, well, what is it? She said, it's a Toyota Corolla. She told me the year, whatever. And I said, well, how much are they giving you? She said, $12,000. And I said, oh my gosh, that's definitely not enough. I said, I'm so sorry. I know it's worth at least $12,100. Let me go talk to the manager right now real quick. She laughed. She didn't get mad because attitude is altitude. Altitude. Yes, altitude. Like a mountain. Altitude, yes. So because if I have the right attitude about things, if I call a customer and they say, oh, I'm not ready to come in because I'm not really ready for a buying car and I'm not in the market, and I go, okay, well, sorry to bother you. Well, that's not the right attitude. The right attitude like, was, ma'am, duh. Everybody go, duh. Duh. No, say duh. Duh. That's exactly why I'm calling you, because you're not in the market. Because if you were in the market, guess where you would be at right now? At the dealership trying to buy a car. Duh. Everybody go, duh. Duh. So I'm calling you because you're on the list of not in the market. But the reason why I'm calling you, ma'am, is because you're not in the market. You don't know what's happening right now. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what's happening with shortage of vehicles. You don't know how much people are paying for used cars right now, especially car dealers. So, Mr. Customer, take a look at your schedule. Tell me what time can you come in and give me 10 to 15 minutes of your valuable time, because I know your time is what? But I got to say it just like this, with enthusiasm, with energy. Here's a sad thing. After today, people are going to sit here and sit for 4 miserable hours and go back and do exactly what they were doing before. How sad is that? How sad is that? Is that how much we resist change? Is that how much we don't want to do what we know we should do? So I hope that's not you. Okay? All right. So, attitude of gratitude, attitude of altitude, planning. We got to plan. We got to plan better. We got to follow the process. So our culture is we want to follow the process. We want to follow the process because we know it works. We know when we do a soul line, guess what it does for Trino? It solidifies his pick. So why would Trino not want a soul line? Hell yeah, I don't want to be on the wrong pick. I don't want to sit here and work numbers and then the customer be like, well, I really don't want black. I want gray. Well, guess what? We don't have gray. If you would have done a soul line, we wouldn't have to be doing this 3 hours later. That's why we do a soul line, brother. We don't do a soul line because it's fun. Oh, let's do a soul line because it just sounds good. Sold. No. We do a soul line so we know we're in the right car, man. What are you doing? Everybody say, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't do the soul line. That's just stupid. That's a waste of time. Let's just spend 3 hours and they find out we're on the wrong car. That makes more sense. What are we doing? Really? Or a service walk? Why? Man, why? Why they gotta meet the technicians and talk about tools and master techs? What are we doing, man? Let's sell cars. We're car dogs. Because we're trying to diffuse. We're trying to get them to relax because they're going on warrior mode. If we bring them straight from the car to the dealership, it's showtime. It's chingazos time. We're about to get down, baby. Okay? So I got to diffuse that. And I got to talk about the value of doing business with Bravo. And I got to show them the service department. Say, Mr. Customer, we at Bravo care about you after the what?
Sale.
After you purchase, after the sale, yes. After you buy the car. We're not just worried about you buying a car now and never seeing you again. That is not our goal. Our goal is, you got to sell this. Our goal is for you to come back, service your vehicle with us, let us take care of your investment, create a relationship, and this be the place where you want to buy every single car from this point forward. Is that fair enough with you, ma'am, sir? Absolutely, Alex. Thank you so much. Wow. That's amazing. That's exactly what I was looking for. Perfect. I can do that for you. Follow me. And every time I saw a customer car, I would say this. Not only am I going to sell you a car, I would tell him before I sold him the car, by the way, Mateo, I got great news for you. I'm going to be selling you a car today. And not only that, but you want to come back to me and buy every single car from this point forward. I will make that my goal to earn your trust. Follow me. But I would follow through with what? With what? What is that?
Actions.
Say that again, Maddie.
Actions.
Actions. Because talk is cheap. True or false? I can't tell a customer that, oh, I'm gonna be your car salesman for the rest of your life, and then you're gonna buy every car from me and everything, and then sit them down and make them wait 2 hours while I'm eating a sandwich in the break room. Because I won't do that. So I have to follow through with my actions. Give me world-class service. All right. So did we go over all of them? Let me see. Process. Okay. Humility and gratefulness. We kind of talked about that already. Integrity. Obviously, as you know, guys, we are all about doing things the right way. We have many, many people lost their jobs with us, even at Victoria in the short months that we've been here, over integrity. If you're stealing gas, you're going to get fired. If you're driving cars home that you're not supposed to, you're going to get fired. You're not supposed to drive company cars home or let your girlfriend drive or your buddy. If you're stealing people's information, I know, Billy's looking at me like, what, really? All this happens, believe it or not. You're going to get fired. If you lied on a credit app, you're going to get fired. If you give people raises, you're going to get fired. We don't do that. So we want to do everything with integrity. We don't want to lie to customers. We don't need to. There's no need to. No deal is worth us losing our integrity. Who can agree with me on that? And I'm talking about, it could be making $20,000. When I was at Capitol, I hired a group of kids from Clay Cooley. And if you know a little bit about Clay Cooley, they had a little bit of a reputation for a while. And people told me, don't hire these kids because they're going to bring a lot of trouble. But I did, because I believe in second chances. But I talked to them, and I would sit them down and tell them exactly, this is the way we do things. You're going to have to change. And this is what I did for them. And I'm willing to do the same for you. Maybe you struggle with this one. I used to have the honest spiff. And if you came to me and you said, Alex, we could have done this right here and do the dishonest thing, but we chose to do the honest thing and didn't even sell the car, I would pay you a spiff for doing the honest thing. That's how much honesty means to me. Now, you're not going to come put me together, just so you know. You're not going to be like, oh, we could have done this, but no. I will know when it's legit. When you really, really did the right thing, even if it costs you something. And when you do, I will pay you an honest. And it's a really nice spiff, by the way. Because that's the culture that I want in our store. A culture of integrity. Because what that's doing, it's training you in life to do the right thing and to be transformed. And eventually, I won't have to pay you to be honest. You want to be honest because you want to be honest, not because I pay you. And that's exactly what happened. After a while, they stopped coming to me for a spiff. They did a few times. And I followed through with my actions and my word. And I said, yes, sir. Here you go, Jacob. Here you go, Lorenzo. Here you go, man. You didn't have to do that, but here you go. But after a while, they didn't come anymore because they felt good about doing the right thing. And I'm telling you, it does feel good. Who can agree with me on that? Yes? Because trust me, I've done the wrong thing. And it feels good at first, but then it feels really bad. The nice thing about doing the right thing, it feels good the whole time. Doing the wrong thing, whatever it is, it feels good at first, but oh my gosh, it's torture afterwards. It feels horrible. Guilt. All right, teamwork. You kind of talked about that earlier, Lakin, and I love that. We're going to work as a team. We're not always going to like everybody we work with. We got to remember that. We got to know that our culture is, hey, we're going to get along. That's it. Period. End. We're going to, at some point, we have to share a desk with somebody because we have too many salespeople. No problem. Let's go. Come on. You're welcome. We're going to be friendly. We're going to be kind. If Jacob's got a customer, he needs to move 3 cars, we're going to say, Jacob, give me the keys. I'll help you move a couple. That's the Bravo culture. We're all willing to help. Hey, I just listened to your customer. You know what? I actually was talking to her, and we both have dogs. We both have Labradoodles. We're getting along really good. If you have any problems closing her, let me know. I'll go in there and help you out. Teamwork. Teamwork without expecting anything. Now, sometimes you do need a turn because you're lost. What are the 2 reasons why you can't sell a car? Does anybody know? You run out of 2 things. What is it? If I can't, there's only 2 reasons, by the way, why a customer will not buy a car from you. So you want to write this down. You run out of what? Time, that's right. Or you run out of what? Talent. You've heard me say this before. That's it. There is no other reason why a customer does not buy a car. Trust me on this. So you either took too long and they got to go. Isn't that crazy? That is the number 1 reason why we miss deals in the car business. Not just us, across the nation. Think about, I don't care if you've been in this business 4 months, 5 months, 5 years, 10 years. How many deals have you lost because you took too long? So are we just going to sit here and keep doing it? Or are we going to fix it, Loab? Are we going to fix it, Lance? Are we going to fix and say, you know what? We need to have a sense of urgency when we're with a customer. We need to run. We need to be fast. We need to get the pencils out fast. We need to do EMI right away. We need to know our inventory so we know put them in the right car right away and not keep switching and keep the customer here for an hour. All right, so training. We're doing that right now. We're going to fight for every deal. Here's a big one. We are going to submit every single deal. Every single deal is going to be submitted. Every single deal is going to be rehashed. The managers are committed. They're giving me their word that, Alex, we are going to submit every deal. We're going to rehash every deal. We're going to fight for every deal. We're going to figure out a way to make every deal. And I love it. And I can see it transforming. But we have to be consistent on that. So you need to know that if you're out there with a customer for 2-3 hours and you bring a customer to the desk, then no manager is going to tell you, oh, that's not a deal. Get them out of here and get you another one. That's not our culture. And if you experience this, I want you to call the 1-800 hotline. I'm going to give you the number. Write it down. We have a 1-800 hotline, okay? It's 512. It's not 800 because I can't afford 800 number, but it's 512-845-1944. This is they won't submit my deal hotline. Okay? You call this number and you say, I need help. Okay? In fact, you can just text. Write this down. Text the word help. Okay? All caps. And when I see help on the hotline, I'm going to call you right back and be like, who didn't submit your deal? What happened? We're not going to do that. I want every single text to come to me. And then I'll send them to Law, because Law is saying, me. Send them to me, because I'm the hotline. I want to know this. Guys, nobody's doing anything wrong. I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. I'm not trying to call anybody out. I'm not embarrassing anybody. But this has been the biggest change in most dealerships that I take over. When we start submitting every deal and we start believing, we get rid of the self-doubt, we get rid of the pride, we get rid of the laziness, we get rid of the complacency and the procrastination and all the things that we talk about. The negativity, saying this is not a deal, they got a repo, they got their 14,000 upside down. We burn all those boats, and instead we submit the deal every single time, and we submit it properly. We're not going to submit a 400 Beacon with a $7,000 profit at 150% LTV. Why the hell would we do that? That's just dumb. We're not going to do that. In fact, we're going to trick the system. We're going to submit the deal with $5,000 down, even though we don't have $5,000 down, at 110% LTV. And we're going to show all the trade-in inflated and see what the system says. The system says approved. Then we're going to figure out how we can get to that damn number. And then pick up the phone and say, hey, never mind. They don't have a trade anymore. They just pulled the trade. Can you help me out? But at least we got a yes. We got a maybe. So we're going to learn how to submit deals properly. We're going to learn how do we get more deals. How do we get more yeses? Who wants to get more yeses? We learn the programs. We learn what banks like what. Safco likes this. Santander likes that. Westlake likes this. Cap One likes this. Wells Fargo likes this. GN Financial, Nissan Financial, Honda Financial, whatever. They like first-time buyers, lease. Right now we have an 80% residual on Frontiers, I think. And they'll buy all the way to tier 9 on a lease. So if you have a customer that wants a low payment and has bad credit, we can help them at Nissan and put them on a decent payment that's affordable. And then you got them coming back in 18 months because it's an 18-month lease. And Mr. Customer, rebuild your credit. Make sure you pay all your bills on time. I promise you, they pay the 18 months in the lease and they pay everything else on time. Their score is going to go up at least 100 points in 18 months. I guarantee you it will. And then, Mr. Customer, your rate will be better, and then you can get what you really wanted. Follow me. Let's go. Boom. Everybody say boom. Boom. Come on, man. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. What are we doing? I know you want a Honda Civic, but I want a blonde, 6-foot-tall model, but I don't have that. I got what I got. Let's go. Follow me. Okay? Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy, right? Don't worry about a thing. Everything's going to be all right. Follow me. It's all good. Come on, man. Attitude is altitude. But how many times do we sit there and go, well, you can't do this, and you can't do that, and we can't do this, and we can't do that, and we can't do this, and we can't do that, and you can't do this, but you still want to do business with us? No. Hell no, I don't want to do business with you. Why? So what are you saying? I can't help you. Oh, okay, well, thanks. Thanks for wasting my damn time. Instead of, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, I got that, I got options here, follow me. Mr. Customer, I have confidence that I can help you and find the right vehicle. All right.